Hey everyone, I'm in my garage today and I'm building a vanity mirror with lights. This is actually for my beautiful daughter Heaven. She's a college student and of course along with loving fashion and makeup, she wants to start her own YouTube channel. Christmas is also a couple days away, so I figure what better way than to build her this vanity mirror that I'm going to mount on her wall in her room. So let me show you the materials that you need to do this and the tools that you need to do this if you want to do it yourself. So the one thing I do like about this project is that you only need a handful of materials and a couple tools to actually make it work. This right here is just a wooden board. It's 40 by 26. The size of your board may vary. I just got this size cut at Home Depot because this is the exact size that I needed for Heaven's wall. Along with that, I bought 2 bathroom vanity lights. Now these came off Amazon and they're the ones with 4 lights. Because those vanity lights are really meant to go in a bathroom, there's no plug on the other side to, for example, plug it into a wall. So I bought these lamp plugs, again off Amazon, and what I'll do is basically connect the wiring and make both of these vanity lights pluggable so she can actually plug them into her wall. So purchase a wireless remote control. The lights will plug into that box and then she'll have a remote control so she can turn the lights off and on. Some black glossy paint. I also purchased some LED light bulbs, and I also have some 2x2 boards. The long ones you see are 40 inches and the short ones are 20 inches. And what this will do is act as a brace behind the mirror if you want to mount it onto the wall. The last piece you need obviously is the mirror itself. I got this from Home Depot. It's a frameless mirror and all the sides are beveled. And as far as the tools you need, you're looking at tape measure, some kind of glue, and power drill. So the first step is painting the board. Again, I've got gloss black, but I've seen people paint it white or silver, and I'll just paint both sides of this board and let it dry. So I'm going to take one of the vanity lights and show you how to use the lamp cord and basically attach to the back. First thing you want to do is just pop these off. Just pull them, they easily come off. They give you a little resistance at first, so you want to kind of take your time and wiggle them, turn them. It also helps. You can lift the panel up. And notice you got these white and black wires that are in here. What you'll want to do is you'll want to grab the black and white wiring from the vanity light, and you'll want to grab the wiring from the lamp cord. Also, each of the vanity lights come with these things. They're used so we can twist the wires together. And basically when you're done, you want to have your wiring looking like this. Now, because of my tech background, I always like to test stuff out beforehand, do a little Q&A, just to make sure everything works. So right now I got the wire plugged into the wall, and I took one of the light bulbs and I screwed it in, and I'm going to just turn it on, turn it off. All right, looks like it works good. All right, so I've got the wood basically flipped upside down, and I'm going to use those 2 40-inch earths that I talked about in the beginning of the video. I've got some Gorilla wood glue, and I'm basically going to glue, and these will be support frames. I'm going to glue these support frames 1 and 2, and then I got the 3rd and 4th one that I'm going to put on the sides. got your supports on the back. The next step is just to take your frameless mirror and to center it as best as possible. So at this point, I've got the mirror glued onto the board. It's glued on pretty good. And you're kind of seeing how it's coming along on the sides. Now, one step I did misspeak on was in the beginning where we did the wiring. You actually see this hole right here that's in the back of the vanity plate. You actually want to run the white and black wiring through this hole first. So you want to run it on the behind it, and then you want to do your wiring. What I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to drill a hole right through here. So I'm going to run the wiring behind here. I'm going to then run this wiring behind inside the board, so it's nice all tucked and neat, and then I'm going to wire it behind the board that way. Alright, so here's the end result. You notice I got the white and black wire. I've got my lamp cord, and basically I'm gonna just do the same thing I was doing in the beginning of the video. I'm gonna wrap both of these around here, but notice that I've got the hole going through the black board, coming out the back, so it's nice and neat. That way when you mount it on the wall, you don't have wires hanging out. They will just be behind everything. One quick thing to note too is that these bathroom vanity lights come with a green screw, and mine, I've always seen them green. They could be not green, but it's basically a ground screw. On the back of your vanity light, it'll actually say G&D, which means ground, and it'll be a screw that kind of looks like this. We're going to screw that in first, and then I'll show you on the back panel there's a copper wire that you can wrap around it to ground the lights. Now this is the ground wire I was telling you about earlier. Notice just a copper piece of wire on the back of this, and what you do before you screw this green screw in tight, you just kind of wrap this around ever so slightly, not too much, a couple wraps, and then once you got it around there, you just go ahead and just tighten that green screw up. Alright, so we have our finished product here. And I haven't still taken the blue film off. I'm just a little antsy about it getting scratched, fingerprints on it. But earlier I talked about the wireless remote that I have. And it's this box right here. And it comes with this remote that has an on and off switch. So from anywhere in the room, she'll be able to turn these lights off and on without having to go underneath and cut it on and off from the switch. Let's see how it works. On, off, on, off. On, off. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. The great reveal.
Oh my God! Look at this. It's a light. Oh my God! You plugged it up?
Mm-hmm. Good. Come here.
Come back.
See even better. You ready?
Yes, remote controlled.
Ba-boom.
Oh!
Ba-boom.